told you this. I had someone look at that chart and they were like,
Yeah.
sorry. Literally
Really?
just said sorry. And I was like,
Now hold on.
hold on.
Now hang on. Now hold the damn phone.
I was like, shit, okay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of We've Had a Time. Are the shirts off? Are the shirts off? Is everybody topless? I know we are.
Ooh.
That'll get you to watch the video version.
I know. I'd watch it.
I'll do it. Are we doing this or not?
You tell me. I'm strapped up. I'm ready to go.
Joking around. Anyways.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone's been having a good week. Ours has been fine.
Dandy. Okay.
We're alive.
We're making it another day.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here. And we've made it.
This is like the only thing I've done consistently for 9 weeks ever.
And a lot
Cheers.
of y'all couldn't commit. Oh. Cheers. Chug. You remember that time we shotgunned to yerba?
Mm-hmm. I do remember. And that was one of my favorite memories. A farewell.
Yeah.
But also a goodbye. Tear.
I was up till like 5 a.m.
Agreed.
Staring
Me
at
too.
the ceiling. We should have done something with that energy, I fear.
I know. I think I was like cleaning up the apartment for a while, I think, right?
Yeah, I think you had to move out.
Yeah, I was moving out and then I just had nothing to do. And I was like, and then I almost fell asleep at the wheel the next day.
Oh.
Fun fact. I was so tired.
Yeah, we should have like ran around for like a couple of hours to like at least give ourselves. I feel like that would have given us more sleep.
We should have done like a tour around town of our greatest.
Yeah, like a stroll down memory lane. I know.
He's so cute.
We have a guest.
You see him?
Everyone pay your respects. Show some respect to Ash. Put some respect on the baby's name.
It always makes me so uncomfortable when dogs be licking toys like that because I'm like, you are sensual about it and it's freaking me out.
I don't like how deep his nose is in that bowl.
I don't like how his eyes are like half closed. He's like really getting in. I'm like,
he's euphoric.
He's on another level. He's on a different plane right now.
Stop it. It's just a treat.
He's on peanut butter banana heaven.
Relax.
Okay.
He's in there. I'm a little scared because his nose is like really in there, meaning he's like halfway done.
He's like really trying to beat his record. So.
Oh, Ashy.
It's okay.
Oh, Ashy poo.
It's all right.
Where was I? What was I saying? Oh, well, okay. Week was okay.
Recap.
Hope everyone enjoyed last week when we did all things Bridgerton trivia. Third season. Did we watch it? What are our thoughts?
I did watch it. I finished it.
As did I.
The carriage scene.
Spoilers ahead if anybody's watched it. Skip a little bit.
I don't know how you haven't been able to like avoid it, but the carriage scene, oof.
was
Oof.
bananas. And then a marriage proposal?
And then and I loved it. He said, "Are you going to marry me or not?" I was like, well,
And that
it just
man,
tells me he took the risk, but he was willing to like commit afterwards. He was like, "I don't even care because I'll marry you right now if you want me to." And here we are.
right. And that man was whipped off one kiss.
One.
And I never want to hear y'all say Penelope isn't a bad bitch ever again. Ever
Listen.
again.
Listen.
Off one kiss? Y'all could never do what Penelope is doing. Y'all could never do it.
She is bagging a Bridgerton.
She bulldozed right over that friend zone. With that
Truly.
kiss.
Truly. She was like, just kiss me because I just know. I just know it's going to freaking rock your world. It'll change your life. Just please. And she was right. And she was right. And she should.
Right.
As she should. And look at that. Freaking carriage scene. I'm so excited for the next season. Or next 4 episodes, part 2.
Yeah. It's mighty disrespectful for them to break it up like that.
I know. It's like, just tell me y'all
Mighty
didn't meet the
disrespectful.
deadline. just tell me y'all did not meet your schedule. And I would have, like, as much as I loved it coming out right now, oh my god, you have like 2 weeks, like edited in 2 weeks.
Just give me the full thing.
You want to give me like a month in between? That's so disrespectful.
You don't think they do it to like kind of hold off like buzz?
Maybe. Because
I thought it was like an advertising thing.
It might be an advertising. I mean, in regular like season television, it is 4 episodes, so it would take a month for the next 4 anyways. So they might just be like keeping timeline, but at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't think any of the other ones were released in 2 parts. I don't actually remember last season. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just were like, we just can't do it, y'all. Because they had, I don't know if the writer's strike affected, like the actor's strike or whatever affected this at all.
That's true.
But maybe that's
I think
why.
It did. Yeah.
Maybe they had like finished the 4 or like 2 and whatever it was, and they were like, oh shoot, now we gotta edit the rest because we're back at work.
Well, I do remember season 2 was like this too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
Me neither. I think the only one that was released in full was like the first
one
season. Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, it was miraculous. I cannot wait to see the next episodes. And their press tour has been so cute. I don't know if you're like this. I'll watch something and then it makes me want to like binge all of their interviews and press and things. I almost do it the opposite. I do it the opposite way.
Yeah.
Because those are supposed to.
So you like binge interviews?
Well, I mean to say like they want you to watch the interviews to watch the movie, but I usually will watch the movie or the show and then I will go back and watch all the press for it.
No. Yeah, no, same.
I love doing that. Yeah, I'm like, I want more. Let me see your press, your interviews. Let me see you talk about it. Let me like pay attention to things that maybe I didn't notice and then like go back and watch it. Because sometimes you want to see.
And there's nothing better when you like see good chemistry in a cast.
Oh my god. Have you seen this clip? This clip is going around of it's of Penelope and Colin's characters are at the premiere for the show. And it's Colin. I forget their names, honestly, but they're show names. Colin is Luke Newton. He's like standing on the red carpet and he's like super awkward. It's like a little clip of him. And then he goes and he holds like Nicola's hand as she's like talking to somebody else. And he's like trying to get her attention and then they start talking and I'm like,
do you think they know what they're doing?
I don't know. I'm sure people are like, no, you should probably, hike up the romance. if you're gonna be promoting that, you know? I would. I'd flirt. I
For a
literally
check?
just spent like months, you know,
For a
fake
check?
fucking him. I might as well.
Hey, get into the bit, and then we move on with our lives.
Right. No, they're cute. I
Unless
like them a
y'all are
lot.
both single, then
And I
Zendaya, Tom
think they
Holland.
are. I think they are both single.
Then I
So
need them to fall in love.
I love it. I love them. They're so cute.
They have such good chemistry. The whole cast has really good chemistry. You know
Oh
who's
yeah.
so charming? Eloise.
Oh yeah. She's
Claudia
so
Claudia Jesse.
cute. She's so
She's so charming.
cute.
She's so fun to watch in interviews.
I'm so glad they like put
Yeah.
her in more this year because she's so
Yeah.
funny.
I like seeing I feel like Eloise was a little much the first couple seasons.
hmm
Um for different reasons. Like I love that she was smart. I love that she didn't care about the ton. But
Yeah.
sometimes she was just like a little pushy,
No,
trying to
yeah.
figure out
She
who
certainly
Whistledown
was
was.
like.
And then she
She's
found out, and look what happened.
now y'all aren't friends anymore, but you are friends. But also,
And
you're gonna
maybe
reveal her
sister-in-laws.
identity by
You're
midnight.
blackmailing.
Y'all aren't even allowed to be out at midnight.
Make that make sense. Midnight.
I guess her and Colin live in the same house, so that's probably why it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, huh?
It's like I'm gonna go down the hall and
Do the
tell
balls
him
not
what the
go until
fuck is up.
midnight?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, when you went last week, like what happened?
When you did your season in London at the Ton, what did you do?
Well, you were in the ton. Still.
You
Don't fucking
debuted into
gatekeep that shit.
society.
You were literally the diamond of the motherfucking season.
Shoot.
A Latina diamond. It's gonna happen.
I hope so.
Shonda.
I think that would be so funny. Bring them over from
Shonda.
Spain.
And you know what? I saw a Filipino lord up in there.
Oh, I did see this.
Lord Basilio, what's up?
Where are the
He needs
Latinos?
a lady. And then we need some Latinas, we need some Latino. Let's get it.
Right.
What do we
Right.
do? Shonda. Now Shonda.
Make it happen. It's what the
We're
world wants to
here,
see.
guys.
I just think that TikTok is so funny of Gasolina. Because, yeah, probably. Like, what else are you going to do? Put a Bad Bunny song in there?
Yo, honestly,
I'd live.
Monaco.
Oh. That could work. That could work.
Could work.
Dang, we gotta look in the books. They probably didn't think about the Latinos in books.
Shonda, let's think
Change
about
the
it.
wave.
You're at the front of line, girl. Let's make things happen. The front line, the front of the line, either one.
You're on the front lines.
That's what
I said.
Did I stutter?
Anyways, I loved it. I thought it was really good. I'm so excited to see the next one. You'll probably hear us yapping about it on June 17th or something. I don't know when it's out. I think it's around then.
In about a few weeks.
In the meantime,
we'll be talking about it again.
I will be watching all of the TikToks of them doing interviews together and being super cute and flirty because that's what I live for.
We'll be eating that chemistry up.
I love when the plot leaps off the page. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Give it to me.
I love that they did like the preview for the next 4 episodes because I was like, with that marriage proposal, I was like, yeah. What are we doing?
What is the next conflict?
So soon?
And you're like, wait, she's Whistledown. And you're like, oh, I forgot about her. I love that she spoke shit on herself. She's smart. She's smart for that.
But I also think that was a dead giveaway because the way she said it, like, oh, well, if I didn't, in front of Colin, I was like, girl, keep your mouth shut. She was like, if I didn't, it would be suspicious. Or if she didn't, it would be suspicious. Right. And I was like, hello?
There are people around. But yes, you're right. You're right. Why would Penelope Featherington not be a victim unless she was? Anyway, super excited.
Thoughts? Very excited. Very excited. Love Bridgerton.
Big fan. Big
Love
fan.
Love her down. Love her down. But enough about Bridgerton. In today's episode, we thought we would talk about astrology. Imagination. Because astrology is fun. That's it.
That's literally all it
Astrology tells you about yourself. It tells you about your lovers, your friends, your enemies, your bad exes, your mother, your father, your future baby. Astrology is kind of important. And it's also silly and fun.
It's silly, fun, and it's just, you know, everyone's looking for a reason for things. This is ours.
I know I am.
This is ours.
Well, your relationship with astrology is like so-so.
Yeah, I used to be very into it, and then it got a little complicated, and so I was like, let me not delve in, you know? But I have like a vague idea of common traits for signs, and then a lot of my own like traits, obviously, like, you know, your own sign, you're going to pay attention to those. But I don't really know much. I can't tell you off the bat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I have like a general.
Well, what I was going to say to that is, like, I feel like, for me personally, but I've also heard other people say that, like, it's common to turn to astrology when you're kind of in a life rut of some sort.
Oh, yeah. Do I blame like any bad mood on retrograde? Yes.
All the time. Am I tired? Retrograde. Small inconvenience? Retrograde.
If I'm having a lot of bad luck, I usually will see if retrograde is here.
Yeah.
Just to see if that's what's happening.
I always gotta see where the stars are at. Yeah.
Gotta check in.
I gotta tap into a few reliable TikTok sources to see where my signs are at, what we're going through.
Where are my moon, suns, and constellations?
Yep.
What are they up to? I'd like to know.
What's going on in the planet? What are we doing? To me. Specifically.
What's going on with me?
I'd like to know. And so I feel like it's pretty common to turn to astrology to help you gain insight on yourself in ways that you couldn't explain. And yeah, I resonate with that heavily. And I think it is pretty useful. It's definitely useful trying to figure other people out. And I think it's also useful I think in everyday life, just interacting with people, just figuring out what their personality is going to be like against your personality. All the things. I feel like I'm stating the obvious, but astrology, good, fun, silly, and we're going to talk about her today. Michelle, would you like to share your birth chart?
Yes. Okay, hold on. I had it pulled up. And now it's gone. But I know we said we would talk about our big three.
Yep.
I feel like I'm going to be read like a book right now, but it's okay. It's all right. You know what, though? Okay, let me say.
Well, full disclosure before we get into it, neither of us are experts. We know
no.
As far as our personal experiences and as far as like our own birth chart. And that's maybe because she gets a little confused.
Yeah, I do.
And that's
I
okay,
do.
guys. That's what I'm here for. I know too much.
Okay, so general things about me.
Yup.
I am a Scorpio. That is my sun.
Hold for applause.
Okay.
Thank you.
My moon is in Virgo.
Hold for motherfucking applause.
And then my rising what is it?
Aries.
Aries. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Woo, woo, woo. I
And
feel like
what do we know about these placements?
so okay. I just know that Scorpios get a bad rap, but so do Geminis.
Indeed.
So, spoiler, Cece's a Gemini. But I think that's why we get along really well.
Very misunderstood.
Yeah.
Island of Misfit Toys.
Oh, yes. I agree. Yeah. I don't know much. I feel like Scorpios are usually like described as like very cutthroat, like confident, and also like, what is the word?
Serious. Secretive.
Yes. You're like bitchy,
Low-key.
horrible, lives in Lincoln.
Fine. Throwing stuff out there.
I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, fine.
But yeah, so I think that that's like the main traits of Scorpio. However, I don't know if that's really where I fall, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very passive. Maybe that's the Aries in me. Couldn't tell you. I have no fucking clue what it is.
I would say I'd say
The Virgo.
that's part Scorpio, because like I feel like Scorpios internalize a lot of
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah, no, that's me.
But I think
Yep, that's me.
You're not entirely like you're a very charismatic and like I feel like you're not as sensitive as I know Scorpios to be. And once I saw that you had a Virgo moon and an Aries rising, I was like, oh, yep. That's a strong girl.
Like I said, I think I've told you this. I had someone look at that chart and they were like, sorry. Literally just said sorry. And I was like,
now hold on.
Hold on.
Now hang on. Now hold the damn phone.
I was like, shit, okay, I don't understand where this is coming from.
Right. I didn't think it was an oh no. Wait, I kind of want to get your.
You're like,
what time were you born? I did not.
I'm a nooner.
Down. At exactly 12? Really?
Yeah, my mom said it was a very like. She went into the clinic for a checkup, and they were like, "You're in labor. You got to go to the hospital." She was like, "What?" So she drove herself to the hospital, and she gets there, and she's like, "I was told to come here." They were like, "Oh yeah, you're dilated. You're having a baby immediately." Yeah, she didn't even really realize until it was time to push.
I heard just getting a mere checkup and then having to have a baby within the next hour.
Yeah, it was scheduled. That's what I find the craziest is that it was a scheduled checkup. Like that was whatever time she made that appointment was the time I was meant to be born, I guess. Otherwise, I feel like I would have been born at her house.
Yeah, possibly.
I was like minutes away from Llama. That story would have been crazy.
I love that you were so well planned to the end. You said scheduled appointment. Let's drive ourselves to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so you coded?
I don't really know, but it does make a lot of sense. The obsessive amount of lists, I was just born with the need for a schedule.
Why would that exact thing happen to you?
I don't know. But yeah, she always describes it as an easy birth, so.
Period.
Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy. Where were you born? We can cut that part out for privacy issues.
My address is fine.
Hey now. Oh.
You cut out your middle name, but you leave my address and place of birth.
Do you want to leave your social as well?
Yes, it's.
Oh.
And the rest of the numbers will be hidden in this video. You just see me.
It's like just above your head. Like and follow. And steal my identity.
Someone must.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here. I have your birth chart. We got it going. She's intense. Now I'm nervous because, like, I feel like sometimes I know what's going on with astrology, but then maybe it's just like my own chart. So I'm like just trying to look at yours to see if I'm kind of on the money because I'm familiar with I'm familiar with all the signs. I think what confuses me is I don't know how your specific birth chart like coincides with one another, how they go hand in hand and work together or against you.
I can't tell you. I just know like whenever I've done one, all of the little lines land in like one area pretty much. Like there's like
Friends,
a lot of activity in one little area. Ooh.
Friends, what does that mean? If anybody can tell us, please let us know. Needless to say, I do love your Scorpio sun. I don't know. I personally, so real quick, my birth chart is Gemini sun, Virgo rising, Scorpio moon. And I feel like we got 2 out of 3 of the same placements, which I don't know if that's bad. Or like the same like signs in our big 3. Yeah. I guess not same exact placements, but I'd like to think that's why we vibe together so much, but I'm like, is that bad in any way?
To have like the same signs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like whenever I see those little videos come around, I'm usually paired with a Taurus or a Pisces. But I don't because sometimes I feel like I've had bad experiences with a couple Taurus people.
That's fair.
And so I'm like, I don't know how I was meant to be like a Taurus's, in a Taurus's circle.
No, that's real because I feel like my usual is like what is it like ultimate birth or astrological soulmates. Goddamn. Are usually like Libra and Sagittarius.
Oof.
And friendship wise, that's pretty on the money. I got a bestie as a Sagittarius. My sister's a Libra. Like that tracks. Like we vibe.
Yeah.
But as recent as my dating history shows, Libras suck. Maybe it's just the men. So maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just the men, but I can't get on with any more Libra men romantically. And Sagittarius men are okay. I just think that's possibly a little much for me. I don't know. I do love a fire sign, but The Aries works for me. Aries and Gemini apparently
seem to do well.
Get along really well with each other.
I'm doing pretty well with the Pisces.
Love. I like Pisces.
Yeah. I know a lot of Pisces. Yeah. Like my cousin, who's like pretty much a sister, is a Pisces. She's alright.
Just alright?
I'll take it. But like my dad's a Gemini. Me and him get along really well. My roommate's a Gemini. Me and her get along really well. And then you're a Gemini.
Is she a Gemini?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Vibes are off the chart.
They're everywhere. Can't get rid of them. But like, for example, I almost feel like we should have done a little more research. But like
Probably.
just a little analytics on these charts.
Yeah.
Damn it. Because now I'm thinking, like, where do we go from here? Is that just
where do we go from here?
That's what I'm talking about. Like, where do we go?
I don't know. I mean, because I honestly, like, I think I'm just trying to get, like, a better sense of your birth chart, and I felt like I could, like, read it at first, but I'm like, I know as far as I know, but I think I struggle with, like, I know the signs, I just don't know too much about the placements and how they operate, which is why I pulled up your birth chart, because I was like, perhaps you could give us more insight. Because, I don't know, my whole thing was just like, I liked your birth chart specifically because, like, I gravitate towards all those signs. Aries, big period. We love an Aries in this house. Virgo. I'm a Virgo rising, so I'm incredibly biased. And I also vibe with Virgos really well.
So we're already there.
And Avi, you're Scorpio. We fuck with Scorpios heavy. And that's pretty
and that's where we are.
That's all I know.
That's
guys.
The end of an episode. Isn't it crazy that we have somehow like managed to talk for an hour, but only like 10 minutes about the thing that we were supposed to be talking about?
You know, we could probably just go back to talking about Planet of the fucking Apes at this point.
I almost wanted to chat about Billie's album because I've been obsessing over that.
Honestly, yeah. I mean,
I'm like, chit chat, get ready with us.
So we can just wrap this up. Misha and I did a compatibility to our birth charts. But they don't have a friendship one. If anybody has a good friendship compatibility birth chart thingy that they would like to recommend, let me know, because this one is specifically for couples. And the conclusion is, we should never date romantically, but we work great as a pair. We should never start a family. Fine.
Check.
Don't gotta tell me twice. But besides interrupting each other a lot, we're good.
We're great.
And what if we do?
And what about it? Who's gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Not you.
Not you, bitches.
Never you.
Because I'll talk over you if I must. And I'll do it again. My God.
Tell me I won't. Anyways, I thought Billie's album was great.
I think she's really settling into her sound.
It's so different. Yeah. It is so different than...
But it's also so her, you know?
I know. So I watched the reason why I'm so like obsessed with it right now is because I watched the Zane Lowe interview that they did.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I love those. I love Zane Lowe. I was telling Austin, I was like, I wish I was that like open as a 50-year-old. That man's 50.
Really?
Yeah, he's souped up in a little cardigan talking to 22-year-olds about an album with such respect. Like, he just speaks with such respect and such like admiration for music. I think it's cool. But anyways,
I love a good interviewer.
I love it. I watched the interview and they were saying that it's like Billie was just saying it was like the most me album she's ever made, and I really was like, you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell, and it's like some of it is sad, but a lot of it is like entertaining. Like, they were just having fun. And I love albums like that you can just tell, like, they were like, let's just fuck around and see what happens. And then it just ended up being really cool.
That's
because,
kind of
wow.
what happened with Thank You Next, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it was never
that's a great example.
anything. Yeah.
I think that is a great example.
Being, like, arguably, what would you say is, sorry to pivot, but okay. What do you think is Ariana Grande's magnum opus?
That's like her best, or like her most her?
I think the most like highly regarded body of work, if I'm not mistaken.
Shoot. Okay. Like, what would it be for me?
Yeah, what do you think it is? Because I like, there's always like a general consensus, but I also think it's a very like personal decision as well. Because I feel like everyone says different things for different artists.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah. I really like, you know, the thing about Ariana, oh my god, there's another one. Fuck.
Guys.
I can't speak.
It's not going good for both of us.
I know. So the thing I really like about Ariana Grande is this. Is I feel like she has like now about 8 albums, right?
Oh my god, 8?
I think she has 8 albums.
Damn.
Because if we work backwards, it's Eternal Sunshine, Positions, Thank You Next, Sweetener? Yours Truly,
Dangerous Woman.
That one's in there somewhere.
Yep.
And then,
I guess, do you count the 10th anniversary Yours Truly?
Oh, that one, sure, because she redid those anyways.
Yeah.
And then
body of work.
She did there's another one, I can't think of it. Either way, we're at 7.
Oh, true. Okay, so we're there.
So I feel like what I like about her is that, and that's what I'm saying, like, she feeds. Like, she is constantly feeding. She is always like,
over the years.
Here's more. And I can't imagine that it's for any other reason than she just like likes to do it. Yeah. And so I really appreciate that from an artist, because you have like, I like to use Frank Ocean a lot because he like starves. Starves. Yeah, people are starving.
Yep.
Rihanna. And they'll continue. They'll probably Rihanna.
Let's just accept the fact that we're just like
we're never getting it.
And that's okay. Because you know what? She feeds us in other ways.
And Anti was so good. Anti was very good.
Go out if that was her goal, you know?
Had I known that it was the last one, maybe would have like, you know, given it more credit. At the least, I would have bought tickets.
Come on,
but I digress. Girl. Anyways, so
yes, Frank Ocean. Sorry.
So, well, no, Frank Ocean starves, Rihanna starves. So I like being fed. Obviously, I'm a consumer. I'm gonna consume. Right. So I really like that she does that. But I can only assume it's because she really likes to do it. Like, as much as Taylor Swift gets shit on, she be feeding her people all the time.
Yep.
She be coming out with shit, like, left and right all of the time.
Yep.
So, because of that, it's hard for me to pick what would be, like, her all-in-one. I think I'd say my favorite with the least amount of skips is probably Thank You Next.
Yep.
And then Eternal Sunshine has probably the second right now.
Oh, yeah.
The least amount of skips.
I would say that's the same for me. Because I think what I love about Thank You Next is I think that really solidified her status as a pop star.
Yeah.
Like, as the star that is known as Ariana Grande, I think that was the one where everybody was like, oh shit. Because, like, with the context that was behind that album, on top of, like, and then dropping it, and then it being like a really good body of work.
Right. Huge success as well.
Yeah. And had she toured that, sold out shows everywhere, but I get why she didn't. But I would say that's like, that kind of like gave her like platinum star status, kind of like really put her up there like as a musician.
Right.
And I would say that's kind of like my qualification, or how I see like somebody's like magnum opus, when it's like, oh shit, like
that's what catapulted their stardom. Sorry.
Right. You're not just like you're not just a singer or a rapper or whatever you may be, like you're like a musician. I think you're an artist.
I see.
Yep.
I think that's great. I think that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I talk about her a lot because I just think she's such a hard worker. Like, I know she's like pop princess, people hate her all the time, but it's like, you can't deny that she works. You can't deny that it's well done. And I don't know, I really like her. I love her as a performer as well. Not everybody can do both. I just love, you can't deny that she works. So I respect that a lot.
Yeah.
She hustled a lot to get to where she's at, and she's still like doing pretty good music, and I feel like she has grown a lot as well. Like, someone said, like, your voice is the one thing that like will only grow as time goes on. Like, you can only get better.
Sure.
Because you're like, it's like a muscle that you're like constantly working out, so of course it's gonna get like stronger as you the more you use it. But
yeah, absolutely.
I would say like her voice, hers and Billie's, I think, are like clear examples of that, because Billie like was a very big like whisper singer.
Yeah.
You know, like whisper, high tone, like almost a cursive singer, I would say. That might be controversial.
She was like very borderline. No, I could see what you're saying. I think what separated her from that was she always enunciated really well. Like, I could still understand exactly what Billie was saying. Yeah, despite her being in more of like a
cursive realm
tone. Yeah.
I feel like she's cool just in general. Like, their music is very unique. Like, I think about it a lot because I was listening to, oh shoot, I forget the title of the album. It's the yellow one where she's like sitting next to a ladder, like a red ladder. You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah. I can't think of it either.
That one is so good.
Yeah.
That album's still pretty good. I still really like a lot of the songs on there. And I don't like go back and play a lot of them, but a lot of albums, I would say. But hers, I really do like.
Yeah.
That one. And it's so different than this new one that she came out with. So I'm like, wow, her voice is really like growing. And in that interview, she said she didn't learn how to belt until she was 18, which was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That bitch has been doing this forever. And I'm like, that's great. you must love it. You must really love to do it. And it must be something that you like work hard for. So I don't know. This might be her penultimate album. Although
I think we're waiting for the I think it's on the horizon. I don't know, like I see her being like only up from here. You know what I mean?
Fair. She's
I think she's so incredibly talented. Like it's insane. And the fact that she started so young. I mean, even the bodies of work that she did like before this are impressive because she's like what, 21, 22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her Grammys. I'm like, shit.
That's crazy, bro.
She'll be an EGOT too, which I think is crazy at some point. She's closer to an EGOT than a lot of people are.
You think so?
Well, she is only missing. She has a Grammy. She has an Oscar. Emmy? I think she may have an Emmy. I don't know, actually. I think the Tony is the hardest, but if she ever wants to get one, all she has to do is ask, I feel like.
You know, she has, like, I think if she dove into, like, jazz of some kind, and then she did, like, I don't know, Chicago or some shit, she might. I could see her eating it up on Broadway.
She could. I think she has an old Hollywood voice. Like, she knows how to do that sound. That's on one of the songs on the album.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of which one it is. I think it's L'Amour.
I was just going to say, I was like, something French. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's L'Amour. She has like that old Hollywood style voice. I'm like, wow. You're crazy.
She did it on like an SNL skit once, and I was like, oh, you would do amazing in the jazz realm.
Yes.
She has a great voice. Yeah.
You know how Gaga did a jazz album?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I feel like she could easily do a jazz album if she wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she could kind of do like a similar path as Gaga did.
What's so crazy is they have so much life left to live. We're both older than them.
I don't know. Gaga too? No.
No. I meant Phineas. I think Phineas is our age, if not younger.
Damn.
I'm like, fuck. I think about that and Kaylani a lot too. Kaylani's our age.
Let us cook a little bit. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's
oh yeah,
it's crazy, but I do really love this album. I wanted to go to her tour, but it sold out, so I might Hail Mary some tickets. You never know. Box office, those bitches.
Crazier things have happened. Sometimes they're gracious enough to do a second date.
Like add dates in.
That's what happened with me and SZA, yeah. Or she did like a second tour. That's what she did.
Oh, after she did another leg. I really her voice also grew a lot, I would say, because she was also a Kirsten singer. She's a fellow Scorpio.
She is. And she and I
agree.
She be Scorpioing.
Oh yeah.
And I love her for that.
I listened to her album and I'm like, I would be singing like her first one, Control. Or not her first. No, yeah, because the other one's an EP.
Yeah.
Her first one, Control. I listened to those songs and I'm like, oh my god, this is like my inner thoughts. I feel.
And as a Scorpio moon, I concur.
If I looked like her, I would also have those thoughts. You know what I mean?
Kill Bill is the most Scorpio coded song I've ever heard.
Oh my god, I know.
And
I know.
I was gonna say Love Galore, but I think Kill Bill really takes the fucking cake on that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Do you know what I think? Also, it's not as like. I think it's a sensitive side of a Scorpio. I think like Normal Girl is on there.
Absolutely, Normal Girl, Drew Barrymore,
Supermodel. I think is there too. It's very like indicative of a person who is aware of their sign, I think, and really like leans into it.
Yes.
Yeah, Kill Bill is one of them for sure. The one, oh my god, what's it called? The one where she raps a bit. It's like the intro to the album. What's it called?
Oh my god. I'm gonna cheat.
I think it's SOS.
Wait, in the beginning of SOS?
Yeah, what's the first song on SOS?
I'm gonna look it up. Oh, it's SOS. I'm an idiot. And you were right, and I should have listened.
No, it's okay. I love it. But I think that that's also anytime on that album that she's like, and fuck you, basically. And I wasn't even,
Really?
oh, fuck you. And yes, you're right. That is the most Scorpio shit I've ever heard. And I wasn't even on fuck you. But you put me there. Yes, you know I know how you feel.
Totally forgot about the song I Hate You. Also a very Scorpio coded song. And that's not
she's super in her Scorpio.
Yeah. And that's not to put like a bad rep on Scorpios. It's just like,
it's just, you know, that's how they think. And you know who's a great, like, Drake is a great representation of a male Scorpio. Oh, he's a great representation of a male Scorpio.
God, is he the most Scorpio man I have ever I've ever not met in my life, but kind of know based on a parasocial relationship.
You see his body of work. I really listened to it because we went to his tour. Like, my brother bought us concert tickets. Mm-hmm. And I really was like listening to all of his albums, you know, like going through his set list, and I was like, you are a male Scorpio. I don't even need to know what the rest is in your chart. I know that you are a male.
Never forgets shit. Never let shit go.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Hanging on to people from, like, talking stages from, like, 10 years ago.
Yeah, but still want to be baby girl.
Drake. Aubrey. Aubrey.
Just accept it. Accept it. I'm sure he has. I'm sure he knows. He's so funny, but I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, he's hilarious. But also...
And the thought that SZA and him...
really leaning into it.
...got together for any point, I'm like, you guys are done. You guys are so stupid.
I could never see how that could have transpired. The second... if I was SZA and I realized that Drake was a Scorpio...
I would have been like, listen, there's no point. There's no point. We
are co-workers.
But I get it. They just want trouble. If I look like them, I would also want trouble. They have the money for it.
I'd see what's up.
Their emotional trauma drives their, like, livelihood. So I'm sure they're both like, well,
fuck you would do it too for a check.
And that's a fact.
Man. That's so real. I love that we circled back to astrology.
I know. It's because I was thinking about, I looked up the artists, like, for our songs at the end of this, and they were on, obviously I know Drake's a Scorpio, but SZA's, and I know SZA's a Scorpio, but I was looking at it, and Frank's also a Scorpio, and that also makes fucking sense. I think when you're an artist, your, like, sign is really not important, but I feel like it shows a lot.
For sure.
Like, I feel like it shows a lot. Because Kehlani is a Taurus, and that makes sense.
Kendrick Lamar is a Gemini.
And that makes sense.
Kanye West, a Gemini.
Makes sense. Like, it just, their music, when you listen to it as a whole, I guess, like, when you look at what they are best known for, it falls in line with their sign. And I don't know if that's because, like, obviously these people are very emotional. They're, like, leaning
artists
into
the end of the day.
Yeah, they're leaning into their, like, emotional creative side, which is, I feel like, where why they're all so into astrology. It's like religion doesn't really like explain your emotions, you know? And it's not as
No, no, no,
fun.
no. I totally see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so like obviously they're gonna lean into their signs a lot. But I'm like, wow, it's crazy. You really listen to their body of work and you're like,
You can tell, dude.
like, I want you to look, because I would, but my computer might blow up. Can you look at like famous Pisces artists? And let me just see if this reigns true.
Tyler the Creator, I know, is a Pisces.
And that makes sense.
Oh, that it does. Artsy as fuck.
Artsy
A
as
lover.
hell. Yeah.
Rihanna's a Pisces. A lover girl.
Lover girl. And her shit is just like very emotional. Like,
And her pursuing like a bunch of different forms of art.
mm-hmm. Can't keep it together. Can't stick to one thing.
Can't do it. Olivia Rodrigo is a Pisces.
See? It all checks out, I feel.
Justin Bieber.
Like, you're gonna get melody, you're gonna get emotion from a Pisces. Like, I feel like that checks out. I don't know
No,
much, but I do know that one because obviously I looked up into my boyfriend's sign.
I kind of want to see like Aries now. I can't really articulate it for myself, but I just understand what you're saying because it's just like I think if you're just familiar with astrology, you could
Yeah.
really see that shit just like jump out of an artist.
How do you feel? Because we're talking about it anyways. How do you feel that like Kiki Palmer has like publicly shamed you and your sign?
Geminis?
She hates Geminis.
I'm kind of immune to it. I think it hurts because
because I love
Virgos.
Kiki.
Well, I love Kiki Palmer. And I've always known, like, I've always gotten along with Virgos, but I am me, like, a Virgo rising. So we love their togetherness, their thoughtfulness. They could read a bitch, which, hey, same. We're more alike than we are different, I would say, Virgos and Geminis. But I think Geminis are a little more unhinged in that regard. And what I will say too is that I see a lot more. I don't know if you're familiar with like developed and undeveloped signs.
No, actually, what does that mean?
It's kind of like an undeveloped sign is really leaning in to basically like the negative stereotypes of your sign because they're not.
You know what?
Yeah, they're not necessarily like untrue. Like, I think Drake is an undeveloped Scorpio.
Okay, listen, because I looked into that for myself as well. And I think I looked up like a Scorpio can either be a scorpion or like an eagle.
Yeah.
So like you can either be like that negative, all-consuming like stinger type,
yes,
or you can lean into the other side, which is like more eagle leader,
more
like
in tune with you're like intuitive,
yes,
emotionally intelligent. Yeah. Because there's good and bad to every sign. I will say that, and I think a lot of Geminis tend to be a little more undeveloped. Even ones that I've come across, like it took me a while to find Geminis that I really vibe with.
Yeah.
I'm brave enough to say that. Only because because
you said because I'm
like
developed.
Because I am the top tier Gemini.
I am the example. Nobody else can say
anything about it. I
am the standard.
I am the standard. What do you want me to do? Everyone's
it's not like, my fault. And they're like, the standard, bitch.
It's like, okay. Yeah, because I would say like the negative traits in a Gemini are just we run our mouths way too much. We switch up way too quickly. We could tend to be like
haters.
a little judgy. We can disregard other people's feelings. Like, there's a lot of bad. I could see, like, if you ran into a Gemini, I know that shit hurt.
Yeah.
Uh,
No,
'Cause
yeah.
at one point I was undeveloped when I was a young lad, and it takes a lot of work to develop yourself, obviously, as life does. So I get it. I
Yeah.
get the negativity that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I just tend to accept it now, because it's just like, okay, well, as long as I'm working on myself, like, I'll do
That's
the
all
good
y'all.
PR, and the rest of y'all can
On your own.
just go ahead and clock out for me. I need the rest of y'all to stay home. Donald Trump's a Gemini, and that's a great example of, like, the worst of the spectrum.
Undeveloped.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. But we have people like Angelina Jolie, great Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn Monroe, a great Gemini. Naomi
Developed
Campbell,
Geminis.
a great Gemini. I'm specifically naming all the hot people. Uh, Andre
What is
3000.
Billie?
Oh, great question.
I'm like, now since we're talking about her. Because I also, you know what's crazy is I don't know what Ariana Grande is either.
Cancer. I do know this one.
Okay, yeah, that checks.
That makes a lot of sense.
That
Billie's
checks
a
a lot.
Sagittarius.
Ugh, we love her.
I could definitely see it in her personality.
Mm-hmm.
And her music too, I guess.
Sometimes I feel like they don't match. Like Billie is so unserious. You know what I mean? Like I just watched a TikTok of like funny shit that she does on tour.
Yeah.
And it's what almost convinced me to go because that bitch is funny.
Yeah. I feel like the Sagittarius shows up really well in her music, because I think it's pretty unapologetic, which I think is a strong trait. Like, a Sagittarius is like pretty much a what you see is what you get kind of situation. How I perceive them. Like, they have no filter. They say exactly what's on their mind.
Yeah.
A little chaotic.
Yes.
And that's my girl.
You said, and that's Billie. That girl's so funny. What is Phineas? Now I'm like, let's just look everybody.
I will say that we are pretty deep in. So.
I did see that. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm just curious.
Trying to reel us both back in for the audience sake. Let's see. I don't like how it's not up front. Oh, he's a Leo. I don't know Phineas that well to make a fair statement.
I don't either. He's funny though. The only thing I know is his TikToks. They're funny.
Yeah.
That kid's a genius though, I will say. His like production is unlike anybody I've ever seen. And that's like I was very impressed by this album for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they
especially
both
L'Amour
so
is crazy.
L'Amour is probably like my favorite.
Insane. Also, Birds of a Feather.
Girl.
It's so good.
Birds of a Feather.
We gotta do some content with that.
I really liked. I know. Dude.
I gotta line up the TikToks we have to make.
Yeah, cue them up. I'm really bad at that.
I will.
Content.
Anyways, but yeah, I loved Birds of a Feather. Very much like L'Amour. Lunch is funny.
Lunch is so good.
Lunch is so funny.
There was another one that I really fucked with. I can't remember.
Chihiro's good. Is that the one?
I think that's the one. I was gonna say Chihiro or Wildflower, but I'm not entirely sure. I only gave the album like 2 runs, so I'm not like entirely familiar with the certain ones. I just know I saved L'Amour and Lunch. For sure.
Yeah. Definitely. I saved Birds of a Feather first. I don't know if that's...
Birds of a Feather was really good.
Yeah. Birds of a Feather was my first one that I was like, no, this shit's crazy. And then Yeah, then it was more. I was like, this shit is wild. And then she put out an edit, which is just the like funky synth version in the middle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's so smart of you to do that because it's crazy.
The details. Yeah,
I love it. Okay, well,
we love Billie.
let's do songs then, I guess.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Um, so I'll throw some because the prompt for us was, I think,
You're,
to put in songs of artists who are of the same sun sign. That was the prompt.
Yeah.
But I would be remiss if we didn't throw in some astrology related songs. So I have some of those too.
Okay. Love. Hit him up.
Um, so we got to throw in Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar
Yes.
because let's talk about how we should never come for Geminis. What are we doing? Drake, baby,
Dummy.
come
That's his
on.
Scorpio. That's what I'm saying.
It is.
Undeveloped.
He's currently the most powerful Gemini. I let him hold the crown for a bit. You're welcome.
Kendrick.
And I was trying to think of a really good Kanye song that kind of showcases as himself as a Gemini. But I'll just get to the songs that relate to astrology first because that was on my brain.
Okay.
And the first one is going to be Who Would I Be If I Didn't Mention Virgo's Groove by Beyonce.
You have to.
The most Virgoist of Virgos.
Honestly, she got
Why not
something
mention
extra.
it?
She got something extra in there.
My girl is like a triple Virgo or some shit because
That makes sense.
she's working.
I have to lean more into whatever Virgo is in there.
Yeah.
I
Oh
have to
yeah.
get rid of the anxiety parts of all of my stuff.
I will have what she's having.
Okay.
And my second one was Water by Kehlani.
Water
She's good,
sign.
she's great. We love. And then do you listen to oh god, here's another name I'm scared to pronounce. Amore?
No, I don't think so. You said.
Um well she's fine.
Yeah.
Like it's very I don't even know. Let me just not. The song is Co-Star. Holy shit. And I was gonna throw in an Azalea Banks song because she's also a very Gemini. I would say she kind of borders between undeveloped and developed. But anyways,
Okay.
I couldn't think of a song, but just despite her problematic reputation, she makes good shit. So stream Azalea Banks.
You said look past the rest and just stream.
I won't formally put her on the playlist, but if you want to do your own research, say what you will about her, but she makes some good shit. And that's all I'll say about that.
That's all we can say, really.
So, what are yours?
Okay. So I'm more leaned into people with the same sign as me.
Because you have
Because
great ones.
I really don't have many like songs in my head that reference a Scorpio. So I was like, I'll just lean
No,
into
that's
the one.
fair. Mine are just like the general overhead of astrology. But I think yours is great because you have really great artists that are Scorpios, so it kind of tracks. The Geminis have an interesting track record, but one thing about Scorpios is they're gonna put out a fucking hit,
Yeah, that's true.
an emotional banger, if you will.
I do have on there to start. Obviously, we talked about her, but SZA's on there, and I have Normal Girl. That's why I talked about it because I was like,
A foreshadow.
a foreshadow indeed. research. And then I have Frank on there with self-control.
Bobby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Listen.
It's one of my favorite Frank songs.
It's so good.
I must say.
It is so good. And then I had another one. But oh, you know who is also a Scorpio? I'm pretty sure Katy Perry is a Scorpio.
Is she?
I think.
Damn, she doesn't give me Scorpio.
I'm not positive now that we're
I
talking
kind of
about
want
it.
to look
Maybe
it
fact
up.
check me on that. Maybe
I
fact
will.
check me.
No, you're right.
She is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's. That girl got hits. So I'll put her in there.
What are we doing?
Oh my god, there's so much to choose from. I'm gonna do Teenage Dream because that song, it has such a chokehold on me and who I am.
And that's real.
It's so good. It's such a good, like, la di da song.
I Kissed a Girl is also very Scorpio coded.
Honestly,
That's her
it
sensual.
is.
It's a sensual Scorpio.
It
The
is.
sensual side of
She's
a
really,
Scorpio.
yeah, she's really in her, like, sexuality. She's in there.
He's in there.
I would add a Drake song in there, but I don't know which one. I mean, I wanna add just because I love it so much is Feel No Ways.
Mm.
I really like that
Mm.
song, but that's pretty much
Throw it in.
that's my
Yep.
Drake That's my Drake representation.
So what a time we've had. We're so sorry if you came into this hoping for some insightful talk about astrology. We certainly did not do that because we don't know enough, and I don't think I was mentally prepared for the breakdown of everything. If I'm being
Agreed.
110% real.
Maybe one day we'll get someone who is like well versed in astrology to read us.
Guys, if you know anyone like a very special tarot card reader, somebody who is well versed in astrology, and they want to chit chat with us for the low fee of for free
And a
uh,
laugh.
and a laugh, let us know. I would actually love
Please.
to talk to somebody who's a little more
Agreed.
equipped in the subject than we are, than me just shooting
Agreed.
the shit. Yeah, so apologies if astrology was what you thought you were going to get and you ended up getting
Whatever
Bridgerton.
this was.
So there you have it. We still gave you an astrology themed playlist. So go ahead and give that a listen. That's obviously going to be available at the same time that this episode comes out. So go ahead and check it out for us. Give us good ratings. Give us likes.
Yeah,
Um,
if you ever want
leave
to,
us comments.
yeah, leave us something. Whoa, excuse me. Leave us something to talk about.
We love it.
Anywhere, comment on the YouTube video, comment on Spotify. We do read those. So certainly leave any topics you want to hear.
Anything and everything you got, but nothing mean. As we have said
Please.
before,
Please.
nothing
We're just
mean.
gals. It's a hobby, y'all.
We're just fun and silly. Don't make us cry.
That trauma from the first one really.
As I said, likes only. Good vibes only.
Yes.
The trauma from the
Like,
first one was
comment. I know. That's fine.
something
It was
special.
only the one time so far, so truly, you know.
But if we can avoid it again, why not?
Well, love to. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, leave a suggestion, follow all the socials. They'll be right here.
Right up here.
And we hope you have a great week. Can't wait to chat with you again next week.
Point blank, period. We love you so much. Have the best week. Holy shit, you already said that. Oh my god. You know what? Goodbye. Mwah, mwah. Love
Bye.
you. Bye.